My name is Father John from Kenya, a monk, and I'm in Finland to study the monastic life so that when I go back to Kenya, we start a monastery in Kenya. And I came to Finland for some studies. Generally, the African Orthodox Church of Kenya falls directly under the Patriarchate of Alexandria and Pope and Patriarch Theodoros. After him, we have Bishop Macarius, the Bishop of Nairobi and Central. He has been the bishop for several years, but in the last 2 years we have been blessed with 2 more new bishops. That is Bishop Neophytos Kongai of Nyeri and Mount Kenya, and Bishop Athanasius Akunda of Kisumu and all Western. So to say, the African Orthodox Church of Kenya originally was an indigenous church of the locals. From the early 1900 years to the 1920s, when they collected some funds and sent down to South Africa for Bishop Alexander William to come to Kenya to ordain their priests so that they may be canonized and affiliated to the Alexandrian Church. So when the bishop came, he ordained 2 priests. One was a Kenyan and one was Ugandan. And the Kenyan father was called Arthur George Kaduna, who later became the first African indigenous bishop. But after some time, due to political wranglings in church, he was defrocked, but later on, he was brought back into church long after his death. So the church in Kenya is a canonical church, and it has been there because it has been an indigenous church. The church has been growing rapidly because it is the 3rd church, the first being the Roman Catholic Church, followed by the Anglican Church, and then the Orthodox Church. The Orthodox Church, in terms of growth, has like 350 parishes. Those are churches. Some are permanent, meaning they are built by stones, and some are semi-permanent, that is wooden structures. We have around 250 priests. This brings to the point that one priest would serve more than 2 churches. That makes him moving from one parish to the other. And then we have like the missionary priests who keep on moving to the parishes that do not have the permanent priests. But the situation is that most of the parishes and churches have one priest for one parish that people are concentrated. The churches in Kenya are widely spread. That is, we cover the whole country. Like we have from the coast up to the north, that is Turkana, bordering Ethiopia, where we have churches and parishes and priests. Out of the 42 languages, native languages in Kenya, the liturgy has been translated into around 30 languages. We are still struggling to make it to the other languages, which is a great and uphill task. Personally, I can serve liturgy in 3 languages, that is English, Swahili, and my native language, which is Kikuyu. I have a parish in the middle of town, that is the Greek Patriarchate parish, which has Greeks, Russians, Bulgarians, and Africans. It is a mixed parish, so we need to mix all these languages. The church is also blessed to have a seminary in Kenya, Nairobi. It's called Macarius III Seminary, which trains priests and deacons from all over the African continent. It has been there for the last, from 1980s, and it is still running up to date. In the same compound where we have the seminary, we have a primary school, we have a college, and we have a clinic. So in terms of serving humanity, the church is doing a lot. The reason as to why I came to Finland is to study the monastic life, the daily living of the monastics, their way of preaching, work, so that when I go back to my country, I'm hoping to begin the first monastery in Kenya, because in Kenya we don't have monasteries. You might ask how I became a monk, and yet there are no monasteries in Kenya. My parents, great-grandparents were Orthodox. My parents were Orthodox, and I was born Orthodox. I happened to travel to South Africa, where we lived with other two monks, and then I studied there for 3 to 4 months, and then I went back to Kenya. So that is where I started learning about monasticism, and that's why I'm here now to continue with the learning, so that when I go back to my country, with the grace of God, we might start our monastery there in Kenya. Kwa jina la Baba na Mwana na Roho Mtakatifu, sasa na siku zote hata milele na milele. Amin. Utukufu kwako e Mungu wetu, utukufu kwako Mfalme wa mbinguni, mfariji, Roho wa kweli, uliye mahali popote kuzaa vitu vyote. Wewe ni hazina ya mambo mema na mpaji wa uhai. Njoo ukae kwetu na usafishe na kila doa, hata uziokoe roho zetu, we mwema. Mungu mtakatifu, mweza mtakatifu, usiyekufa mtakatifu, uturumie. Mungu mtakatifu, mweza mtakatifu, usiyekufa mtakatifu, uturumie. Mungu mtakatifu, mweza mtakatifu, usiyekufa mtakatifu, uturumie. Utukufu kwa Baba na Mwana na Roho Mtakatifu, sasa na siku zote hata milele na milele. Amin. Ee Utatu Mtakatifu kamili, uturumie. Bwana utusamehe dhambi zetu, Rabi utuondolee makosa yetu, Mtakatifu tukaribie na kutuponya magonjwa yetu, kwa ajili ya jina lako. Bwana hurumia, Bwana hurumia, Bwana hurumia. Utukufu kwa Baba na Mwana na Roho Mtakatifu, sasa na siku zote hata milele na milele. Amin. Ile wito we iguru ritware yakunere amurwo. Uthamaki waku uke uria wendete we ni wikagwo guku thi ota uria wikagwo ku iguru. Tuhe umuthi irio cio cia gutwigana, na uturekere mawihia maitu ota uria ithuĩ turekagĩra arĩa matwĩhagia, na ndũgatũtware magerio-inĩ, no gũtũhonokagia tũhonokanie kuma ũũru-inĩ, nĩ ũndũ ũthamaki nĩ waku na hinya na kũgocwo nĩ gwa Ithe na Mũriũ na Muoyo Mũtheru, rĩu na hĩndĩ ciothe na nginya tene na tene. Mahotani atheru akumĩara aira arĩa moragirwo mena wĩtĩkio, na mababa aitũ atheru mena ũngai, na maciari atheru akũrũ a Ngai Joakim na Ana, na ma mũtheru Tryphon na Sergio, na mababa aitũ atheru Johana Chrysostom, bishop mũnene wa itũra rĩa Constantinople, na arĩa tũraririkana mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ, tũiguĩre tha na ũtũhonokie, tondũ nĩwe Ngai mwega na muma andũ na wĩiguagĩra andũ aku tha. Kũhĩtũkĩra mahoya-inĩ ma baba aitũ atheru, we Mwathani Jesu Kristo, igua tha na ũtũhonokie.